In chapter 3161, Ainsley Gerard, the protagonist, returns home to her in law's house after a long and tiring day. Her mother in law greets her with a warm smile, expressing concern for her well being. Ainsley, who is busy managing both work and home life, finds comfort in her parents in law's presence and feels at ease seeing them and her son. Despite feeling exhausted, she is relieved to be with her family, as their health and happiness are her primary concern. Mrs. Gerard, Ainsley's mother in law, offers her soup, expressing concern that Ainsley has been losing weight due to the pressures at work. She mentions the pain of losing her only son, Ainsley's late husband, and how that loss still affects her even after 7 years. Ainsley empathizes with her mother in law's grief, understanding the deep pain of losing a child, and appreciates the warmth and care her in laws continue to show her. Although she isn't hungry, she decides to drink the soup to avoid hurting her mother in law's feelings. As she settles in, her young son sits on her lap, and she tries to reassure her family not to wait up for her anymore and to go to bed early. However, her son insists on staying up until she returns, showing his deep attachment to her. She feels guilty for not being able to spend more time with her son due to her busy work schedule, reflecting on the difficulties of being a widow who is raising her child while also supporting her late husband's family. Despite her love for her son and her efforts to juggle everything, she feels envious of Liberty, a woman who has the support of her sister Serenity. Liberty and Serenity share a deep bond, and Serenity stands by her sister no matter what, even when faced with adversity from Liberty's in laws. Ainsley longs for such support, especially in the face of the hardships she faces alone. While Serenity's family offers her strength and comfort, Ainsley feels isolated, with no one to turn to for help, even though she is surrounded by her husband's family. Her resentment toward her own family grows as she compares her situation to Liberty's. Her own parents are only interested in dividing her husband's family property and have no interest in providing genuine emotional support. She finds herself stuck between her own family's greed and her desire to protect her son and his inheritance. She struggles with the fact that her son is her only hope for preserving what remains of her husband's legacy, while her parents continue to exploit her, thinking only of their own gain. Despite her exhaustion and frustration, she refuses to turn to her parents for help, knowing they are only interested in taking advantage of her situation. She remains determined to protect her son's future, even if it means enduring the bitterness of her current circumstances.